Which team has the biggest brand in college football? This is a question that often gets brought up between two college football fan bases. Usually I see people talk about how big their fan base is or how many championships their team has in the modern era. But there is one thing that is separating teams in today's college football, and that is how much money each college football team brings in. Sportico just came out with which teams made the most money in 2023, and I think it's a pretty accurate representation of who has the biggest brand in the sport today. Starting at number 10, we have Penn State, who brought in $109 million just in 2023, and they barely edged out LSU. At number 9, this was a little surprising because Nebraska has not had a lot of recent success, but Nebraska made $122 million in 2023 alone. At number 8, this is going to be the first of our SEC teams, with Auburn barely edging out Nebraska for this number 8 spot. They made $126 million last year. This one to me was a little surprising. Number 7 was Ohio State. While they've only had 3 losses in the last 2 years, they made $127 million, which didn't even make the top 5 of college football programs. Even more surprising, Alabama was not in the top 5 either. They brought in $129 million, which is just a little less than one of their big rivals at number 5. Cracking the top 5, the Tennessee Orange made $134 million. And at number 4, it's no surprise that Michigan is the top Big Ten team considering they just won the national championship last year. But their $142 million is not as much as the top 3 SEC teams. At number 3, Oklahoma, who made $143 million last year, and although they were in the Big 12, they made $1 million more than Michigan last year. Often considered the king of college football right now, Georgia falls to number 2. The Bulldogs made $152 million last year, but it's a huge gap between them and number 1. Texas brought in $31 million more than Georgia last year and is supremely the number 1 spot in college football brands right now. After making $182 million in 2023, I can't even fathom how much money they are going to make in the SEC in 2024.